All right, give me one name on the Broncos roster. I'm not talking about an undrafted free agent. Give me one
Virgil
name.
Green.
Give me a name on the Broncos roster who you think won't make the team.
Ronnie Hillman.
Ronnie Hillman?
How's that for a name?
That's fine. Why do you think that?
Don't think he fits the outfits. I don't think that he's proven himself. I think, and Troy Rink and I agree on this, that sometime in training camp there'll be somebody out there looking for a scat kind of back, and they'll give up a conditional draft choice that will be 5th, 6th, something like that, based on playing time. Ronnie Hill, I think Jawan Thompson is a player.
Yeah, I do too.
When we've seen him, he is a fullback type player playing tailback. And we keep thinking they're going to move him to fullback, and I guess that could come, but you'd think it happened now. So they've got 3 quality backs. Monte Ball, we're hearing, I want my job back. Well, try to stay healthy for a little bit. Try not. Most of your body parts have been removed now, so we can move on. So I think that you got a good situation with those 3 running backs. And Ronnie Hillman, think back to Mike Shanahan. I can only remember one body similar to Ronnie Hillman's. They had that guy that was a punt returner, kick returner that came in and had one good year.
Craver?
No.
Quentin Griffin?
Quentin
No,
Griffin.
it was early on when Shanahan was here, and he had a run there where he had. I'll look it up, but
Ryan Terrain?
no, because those are guys.
Olandis Gary.
No,
Mike Anderson.
before that, Rod somebody.
Milburn.
Rod Milburn.
Glenn
Thank you.
Milburn.
Yeah.
Glenn Milburn.
Milburn.
Very slightly built.
Yeah.
Scat back.
That's
They
the
call
only
him a
kind
scat
of
back.
guy that I remember that was ever successful in a Mike Shanahan system. And for those who may not have heard, this is Mike Shanahan's system. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's true.
It's Alex Gibbs. Zone blocking, it's Mike Shanahan's kind of offense.
Yeah.
Gary Kubiak learned from Mike Shanahan here, San Francisco, here again. He's
All right,
carried it on.
I'm going to give you my guy. All right?
Hillman, and let me get Tony Carter.
No idea.
Well,
I'm going to give you
every
a
year.
couple that I think you might agree with. I think Bubba Caldwell is in trouble. The forgotten man in a pretty talented stable of receivers, and now they've got young guys who are going to make a lot less money than him. He's due about 1.35 million this year. You've got guys like Burse, and you've got Jordan Norwood.
Burse.
Well, plus those guys can do things that Caldwell can't and couldn't. Caldwell was given an opportunity to return kicks. He didn't do very well with it.
Yeah.
Burse and Norwood are wide receivers who can return
talk to me
kicks.
about Burse.
Maybe
Norwood,
better than
yeah.
Caldwell. And then the other one that I think is in trouble, and I'm sorry to say this because he's such a wonderful guy and he's been really, really good, is Britton Colquitt, the punter, who is making about $3 million this year. He's one of the highest paid punters in the league, and he didn't have a very good season. And they've got that guy Schmitz coming in, who could fill a lot of roles. Well, he could.
Well, yeah, he
punt,
could.
He can kick field goals. He can kick off.
If they play the games
So-
on YouTube, he's an all
No,
pro.
I'm just saying he could. He might. So I think Britain is in a little bit of trouble because of his salary primarily.
Is it Carl Schmitz? Is that what his
Yes.
name is? Yeah. I am so eager to see him. I'm so eager to see him play.
Yeah, I am too.
I just want to find out. I mean, he's like the guy. For the people who missed it, he's like the guy with the Oreo cookies and the milk.
No, you know what he's like? He's like Sid Finch, this legendary character.
He's a YouTube sensational. He's a guy with Oreo cookies and milk, and you go, he can't kick a 72-yarder. You would say, if you looked at it and he weren't with the Denver Broncos, you know what you would say about him?
That's not real video.
Yeah, he photoshopped that. That's what
He's
you would say.
kicking 70-yarders on YouTube.
That's what you'd say about it, but that's intriguing. Colquitt, they got to find somebody to beat him out. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's reached that level, and you and I have reached that level in certain places in our lives where they now think they're paying you too much.
Sure.
You work your butt off your whole life, and you make a lot of money, and you go, hey, you're gone. And that's what Colquitt did. I think he had a very average year last year. In regard to who's your other choice?
Bubba Caldwell.
Bubba will be a late cut.
Oh,
if
no
he's
doubt.
cut. They've got to make sure they got everybody healthy, because what Bubba is, I like him, Bubba's not a return man. Bubba's not a starter. Bubba's a guy that can go in and get you a nice play every once in a while.
And Peyton does like throwing to him.
And Bubba plays all the special teams. He's not a whiner and a complainer about what's going on. And yes, he's making, but a 1.3 in this man's league is not that much. You're acting like they have to cut some more money. I mean,
Well, they could save $500,000 if they bring in one of those younger guys. And $500,000.
So why do they need to save anything? Well, they're under the salary cap. Les?
Because throughout the season you have to make moves and stay under the salary cap.
Well, they're under the salary cap by $8 million. They don't have to go around cutting people. Really?
Woody, you know how this league works now. They're always looking to save money.
Okay, well, let me just make one other very factful comment to you, is they only count against the salary cap 50 guys. Did you know that?
No.
50 guys. So you keep those people around, they don't count against the salary cap until the last day. So, I mean, it's not like you have to cut somebody in the summer now to get anywhere.
Oh, yeah, that I knew.
Well,
that
saying,
I knew.
That it's not
I'm not
the
saying
80th guy can
they're
make.
cutting him in the summer. I'm saying he's in trouble when they get down to the final cuts, is what I'm saying.
Well, somebody's got to beat Colquitt out, and that didn't happen. They got a guy in that's a YouTube sensation. This segment of Les being wrong was brought to you by Shanahan Steakhouse, and it is, as Les pointed out earlier in the show, it is one of our favorite places. If you want to come over there, you'll see me, and you can even be like the guy that I saw at the front. I think you were there that night. And people come up and they're really nice and they talk about the show, that they see us on the show together and all that kind of stuff. And I saw this guy and I said, hey, hi. He said, hi, Woody, how you doing? I said, great. How about you? And I put out my hand and he said, I don't like you. I never liked you. Well, why are you talking to me? Why are you bothering me then? He wanted to make his point. So you could come out if you don't.
So you can go to Shanahan's and be abused.
If you want to hate me, he hate me. You want to play in the USFL or whatever, that XFL, you can come out to Shanahan's and I'll stand at the front with the valet parkers and you come up and go, you're a creep. That's fine. I put up with it because the other people will say, hey, you're a nice guy. So
and you know
that's
what?
another reason to go to Shanahan's.
Woody read that Shanahan's copy exactly the way they gave it to us.